what they have in them is a drive to compete. And if they have that drive to compete, it seems like everything else can kind of fall into place.
I grew up on a corn, soybean, and hog farm in Lafayette, Minnesota.
I grew up on a Hereford cow-calf operation, and we also raised show pigs.
Showing market lambs, beef cattle, and dairy in 4-H.
I have 3 younger brothers, and we are the 5th generation in our family to raise sheep.
I grew up on a goat farm.
I came from a small cow-calf operation.
I grew up in Wisconsin, not coming from an agriculture background.
My sisters and I raised club lambs and Hereford cattle.
There's no better experience for, I should say, a kid that loves animals than compete on a university livestock judging team.
Being a member of the 2018 Livestock Judging Team was such a memorable experience for me, and it's one that I'm going to value forever.
After hearing about the Livestock Judging Team, I decided to join so I could become a better evaluator.
As someone who's trying to breed livestock, I think that you can learn a lot of skills that will be valuable to you as a breeder in the future.
So coming to the U of M and being part of the Livestock Judging Team was basically a no-brainer for me.
For the first contest in Denver, I was very nervous.
Before Denver, I also was very nervous.
Oh my gosh, I was nervous before Denver. I was very, very nervous about what was to come.
Just a little nervousness, but I mean, nothing more than anyone else.
On the way out there, I was very nervous and apprehensive. But once we got out there, we kind of settled in. We had a couple good workouts there the last day before the contest.
The first contest out of the gate was by far the most nerve-wracking, but it was also a lot of fun. And when we got it done, it was just kind of a relief to know that we could do it and we could compete.
You know, I've traveled with, this is my, I'm trying to think, this is my 12th team I think I've had. But this is one of the funnest teams on the road.
The same van and a lot of miles was quite the experience. The people made it even better.
At times, it was great. We had the opportunity to learn more about each other than we ever thought we could, and that's how you grow the friendships that we have today.
The laughs and the naps that I had in there were some of the best.
I sat in the second row with Mom and Jay. We were second row buddies for life.
I sat in the back row of the van next to Brookie.
I sat in the front of the van because I was one of the few members of the team that got car sick.
In the van, I sat in the 3rd row against the window.
It was a good ride.
My favorite contest was down in Houston, Texas. On our travels down there, we stopped at DH Ranch and got to see Brahman cattle in person for the first time.
My favorite contest was probably Denver.
I would say it's a tie between Houston and the National Barrel Show.
But my favorite contest was Louisville.
Louisville. There's kind of a lot of history with that contest, and I just really have kind of been waiting to do that, and I got the opportunity to do that in the fall.
I don't have a favorite contest. They're all fun.
But all in all, just traveling up and down the roads, that's what I remember more than anything, because 10 years from now, I probably won't remember exactly where they placed and how many ribbons they exactly won, but I'll remember them themselves for just who they were and the people they were.
Every member of this team has a different personality, and it was interesting to watch that kind of unfold.
I'm a big fan of using exotic terms like fat-backed, chisel-fronted, shaggy-legged.
I always stop.
There was one time where I said I'm ecstatic to announce this class, and Greg Harder just burst out laughing.
I'll never forget the day that Pitlick's Carhartt started on fire.
Our time in the van together is time that we can never get back, but it's also time that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
Historically, we have a deep foundation in livestock judging at the University of Minnesota, but probably more than maybe other schools, I believe we have more of a family bond amongst our alumni.
It is about helping and giving back to the community that once raised you.
I think it's really a cool opportunity to be influential in the life of kids who are interested in the livestock industry.
I think that's one of the things where it's not so much what I'm getting out of it, it's what I can give other people.
I know that in my future, being on the livestock judging team will benefit me in copious amounts of ways.
This is 4 years of college wrapped up in 1 year of competition. And there's no, I'm completely confident there's no better activity to prepare someone to go out into life than the livestock judging team.